Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching the Hennessy's Great Baking Show Holiday Edition. The grand review on what I'm going to be baking today is the Buche de Noel. Buche de Noel is, I guess, French for Christmas log. So it's essentially a Yule log, but I guess the Buche de Noel is slightly different. Rather than being one log, there's like one little log that juts out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this lovely Buche de Noel recipe. Alright, so the first thing that you want to do to make this Buche de Noel is you're going to want to have a 12 by 17 baking pan. Now you're going to actually spray that with cooking spray, put parchment paper over it, and then you're going to grease it on top because you want this to be as flat as possible. That's where your sort of Christmas roulade is. So next, everyone, you're gonna want to bake. You're gonna want to mix the cake flour, baking powder, cocoa powder, and salt all together into one bowl. And then we're gonna be making our fluffy meringue in our stand mixer over there. So this requires cake flour, which I think sometimes you do have to especially go to a place to get it. I have it in this container over here. Cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt. Oops, my bad. I actually grabbed the self-rising flour, which is a different thing. This is actually my thingy of cake flour that my friend, not my friend, but my partner lovingly got me from Farmer Joe's. So you're gonna need 1 cup and a third of that. 1/3 cup right here. We're going to want 2 tablespoons of your cocoa powder. This should be unsweetened. Next, you're going to want 1/2 teaspoon salt. I'm just gonna eyeball this. And you're also going to want 1 teaspoon baking powder. This is a 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm just gonna put in 4. Next step is basically to whisk it all together. And then you're just gonna set it aside while you go ahead and make the meringue with the egg whites and the sugar. Lovely brown sandy color right here. You're going to want the egg whites of 6, yes, 6 egg yolks. Sorry, you're gonna want, what am I saying? You're gonna want the egg whites of 6 different eggs, and you're going to beat it together with 1/2 cup of sugar over in your stand mixer, or you can use a hand mixer. I don't recommend doing it by hand. I mean, you can do it. It'll take fucking forever with 6 egg whites. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn you all over to my stand mixer over here, where I will be continuing this process. Toodaloo, everyone! Oh, I look so amazing in this light. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be cracking 6 eggs over here. Get the egg whites. Alrighty, my friends, look at my lovely, sexy egg yolks with a tiny bit of whites over here. I almost just want to, like, even though that would be disgusting. And now I have all my egg yolks here, and you basically want to add, I think you want to mix it on high for 4 to 5 minutes until stiff peaks begin to form. For those that don't know, it's when it turns completely white and it basically can stand up by itself, making like a stiff peak. And you're gonna want to put in 1/2 cup of sugar in here. Now the whole recipe does call for 1 cup of sugar, so I imagine the other 1/2 cup goes in later at some point. Okay, so this is a 1/4 cup over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my granulated sugar, is the one you want to have. I do think the type of sugar in this point is important. You do want to have granulated sugar, slightly bit more. Now that's about 1/2. And now, so I'm gonna let the stand mixer do all of the work, put it on high, and then we go for 4 to 5 minutes. So I'll see you all then. Alright everyone, so I believe we've hit stiff peaks. It doesn't usually look like the triangle that it is, but I mean, I think it's just because it's gathered like this. But it is staying up by itself. Hopefully I haven't overbeaten it. This took, I think I stopped it honestly at about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But I think it was about good at 4 minutes. So it has me now transfer this to another bowl. Then the same bowl, you actually add the egg yolks, and then you make the rest of the ingredients in here. So let me go ahead and do that. So I don't even know the easiest way to transfer this. There is so much of it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get a silicone scraper really quickly. Couldn't find my favorite, so here's my second favorite. I guess y'all can do a drink since I had to search for that. Okay, yeah, that's nice and stiff. So now I'm going to go ahead and transfer it all over here. This is kind of a mess here. I realize, sorry, y'all couldn't really see this. But, oh yeah, I just need to take this glob into here. And then we're gonna go ahead and, it says you don't need to wash the bowl because everything is going to be in the bowl, I guess, essentially anyway. So we're going to replace that, the stand mixing bowl with the new stuff. Alright, so we're gonna set hot aside. And then we come back in with this. And now we're gonna put the egg yolks back in. Rest of the half of the sugar, oil, and vanilla extract. Hi everyone, I thought I was gonna be in trouble at first, but it looks like I was smart and I got sugar before I ran out. Me being smart? Wow, wow. Okay, and then we need 2 tablespoons oil. It says you can use canola oil, vegetable oil, or coconut oil. And then you're gonna want 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so it says you can fold, which, you know, implies that you're doing it by hand, or you can just put it in here on low speed. And you want to be careful, so you're gonna put it in half at a time. And you want to make sure that you don't deflate the mixture because the mixture is very soft, and that's why it's that, you know, like Swiss roll sort of, you know, puffy texture. And just mix it very gently. And then you want to go ahead and put it onto your prepared pan. It also says to hit it against your table a little bit to knock out those air bubbles. You want to be as flat as possible, and then we'll pop it into the oven and we'll see. All right, so I have the mixture over here. Taking this off, and then we're just going to carefully scrape it onto our lovely prepared, super duper flat parchment paper over here. Pour this lovely concoction here. Whoa. Super smooth and light. Alright, so I think one thing I'm gonna do is kind of like rotate it and make sure that it spreads everywhere. Yeah, I definitely see some air bubbles, so I'm gonna do this to try and pop it. There are hella air bubbles, oh my god. In fact, I'm like, am I even like getting rid of them, or am I making more? Alright, but anyway, here is my concoction, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So, because I was stupid, I was just, I have to now wait for it. It's like at 180, but I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven for, let me just double check, for 18 to 19 minutes, or until the cake springs back when lightly poked with your finger. It can look a little bit bubbly, but that is okay. Alright everyone, so the cake is baking. It's not done yet, but while it's in the oven, I'm actually going to read the next instructions because it's going to come by fast, and I think this recipe has it in better words than I can put it, so I'm just going to read it off. So as the cake bakes, you place a piece of parchment paper larger than the cake or a thin kitchen tea towel flat on the counter. I find using a kitchen towel is better to prevent cracking. Using a fine mesh sieve, dust parchment or towel with 3 tablespoons cocoa powder. Once the cake comes out of the oven, quickly run a knife around the edges to loosen it. Immediately invert it onto the parchment towel. Peel off the parchment paper that was on the bottom of the cake as it was baked. Starting with the narrow end, begin tightly rolling the hot cake up with the parchment/towel. Do this slowly and gently. The cake will be warm. Allow the cake to be cooled completely. Rolled in the parchment towel. Feel free to place it in the refrigerator to speed it up about 3 hours and up to 1 day. So basically, once this come out, I will be immediately putting it on the parchment that is over here, and then not the parchment. So once the cake cools, So once the cake is finished baking, I'm gonna immediately put it on this kitchen towel that I have over here, and then I will go ahead and roll it up, show it to you all, and then cool it for 3 hours. So you'll see me, yes, really, in 3 hours. All right, so it's out. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly invert it. And then one thing you want to do, I'm just going to take it away from here, is I didn't get a chance to do this earlier, but you want 3 tablespoons of chocolate powder here through a sieve. Then, so that's, ooh, whoa, okay, here we go. This is gonna make such a mess. 1, 2, and now we want to invert it. Oh, man, it's gonna be easier to do it this way. Yeah, that's. Ah! No, that's not the way it was supposed to go. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh my god, I cracked it. That was so stupid of me. I was literally supposed to flip it the other way. Shit. It's okay, I flipped it the wrong way, baby. Woo! Okay. That, oh my god, what a mess. Alright, that was probably the best we could do for the little guy. So it cracked a little bit, but I mean, the bottom actually looks really amazing right over here. So what you want to do now is roll it immediately, and I think it's so that you can get that very nice shape. So, yeah. Isn't this the right way to do it? Yeah. 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 Ooh, this feels very nice. Okay, this is kind of cool, everyone. So now we have our little baby. We have a little baby. Apparently, how to get the stains, the chocolate stains out of your towel is you just want to quickly like rinse it with water, and then you just regularly wash it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this, you all, into the refrigerator for 3 hours. And then I think maybe about an hour or so before it's ready, I'm going to make the filling. Filling is super important. And then along with the filling, you're going to want to have the outside covering, which is the bouche, the log. So I will see you all in a little bit. Hi everyone, welcome back. It has been 2 hours and 30 minutes, but I want to make the cream filling that's going to be inside, or kind of like the whipped cream, whipped topping, before this actually comes out, so that we can save on time. And now, so this is going to be made with heavy cream, and there's this thing called Frangelico, but I'm using Kahlua instead because that's a good replacement. Confectioner's sugar, cocoa powder, and pretty much it's easy. You just put it all in one bowl here, and with a stand mixer or with a hand mixer, which is what I'm going to be using this time because I don't feel like washing my stand mixer. You just pretty much mix it all together, and then let's see, until medium to stiff peaks form, about 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna put all of the ingredients together right now. Okay, I'm kind of afraid that I over whipped this, but it does pass the test where I think you can hold it over your head and it mostly stays put. I mean, it's pretty much staying put here. So I don't really want to actually over whip it. So because it's going on the inside, I think it'll probably be fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it rest for now. And then in the meantime, we can actually go ahead and start making the ganache. Now this is made over a saucepan, and I think basically I assume you let it cool. You let it cool for at least 30 minutes, and then once it's cooled, you put it over the cake. So yeah. Okay, so I actually think I can get away with this small pan. So you're gonna want 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate, finely chopped. And then you want 3/4 cup of heavy cream, so that's actually pretty easy. And we're actually gonna be done with our roulade in about 10 minutes, so that's pretty good timing right there. Hello everyone, and now I have you with my saucepan. So you want it to get it simmering. If it gets like boiling, that'll be way too hot. And then you basically, sorry, that's my cat. Do you hear that? She's being so whiny. She wants my partner to play with her. He's like, I am awake now, please give me attention. Anyway, so you want to heat it on medium heat until it begins to simmer. Then you add in the chocolate, and I have my silicone spatula again to just kind of stir it together. And it says you want it to sit for 2 to 3 minutes to gently soften the chocolate. And then, of course, you refrigerate it uncovered for at least 30 minutes. Yeah, and so that's it. And then that's where the cake kind of comes in later. So I'm just waiting for this to simmer. Pour in the chocolate. Ooh. And then, so this is actually perfect because there's 2 minutes on the clock here. And then I just need this to go for 2 to 3 minutes. So then after that, what I'm going to do is apply the hazelnut whipped cream that I just made to our lovely roulade. And then we're going to refrigerate it for another 30 minutes. Refrigerate this for 30 minutes. And then we're pretty much ready to go once we go ahead and decorate it. So we're almost at the finish line now. Wow, look at that color, everyone. I don't know if you can see, but that is looking really amazing right now. Okay, I think that is pretty much all mixed in. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the heat, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator to go ahead and cool. And then I'm also going to take the roulade out and then cover that up with the whipped cream and let that cool as well. So let's go. What you doing? Hey!
I'm doing my little dancey dance.
Were you doing the dancey dance? I'm gonna put that in there. I don't know if this is the right idea, but let's see if I can unroll this out here. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful though. It's so beautiful. Okay, okay. Okay, y'all. My log is my bouche. Mon bouche. How do I unroll this without destroying it? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm very confused. Okay, wait. Got it. Okay, wait. Okay, that's right. Okay, so it has split, which I expected. Oh, but it's fine. And then so, what Sally recommends is to take a spatula and then just use this to go ahead and glob the stuff in. Oh, that does look nice, yeah. So I'm using my baby's hamburger spatula right now. And then, yeah, just gonna take all this. And then pretty much what you do is you roll it back up. I was kind of surprised when I was watching this video, but yeah, you unroll it and then you roll it back up. And then now what I do is I roll this back up. Whoa. I don't know if I was supposed to do this with the towel again. Oh no, it's cracked. Was I supposed to? Okay, yeah, without the towel. Roll slowly. Cover with plastic wrap and refrigerate for 30 minutes. Okay, it's actually split. No, I can feel the whipped cream underneath. Yeah, it's split here, y'all. Boo-hoo. But real talk, y'all, does this bush look bad? I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks quite nice. I'm gonna take this cling wrap film, which was I gonna say? It's covered with the chocolate. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap her very nicely. So we are at the final stretch, my friends. I think you all deserve something nice for getting through this far. Gonna wait 30 minutes, take both of those out together, and then I'm just gonna be decorating my lovely little log right over here. All right, it's been 30 minutes. I'm gonna take both of them out. Okay, so I'm going to unravel this. Nice and cold, filled with cream. We're going to go ahead and, actually the first thing I'm going to do before we put on ganache is you actually do this thing where you make an incision and you, okay. I don't know why they do this, but I guess, yeah, to make it look more like a log or a tree trunk. Yeah, if I put it this way, it looks better. So now I'm going to take this lovely ganache right here and we're going to go ahead and cover it up. Nice and silky. What you're supposed to do now, once everything is covered, is you're supposed to take a fork and go over the surface of it. And that's what kind of gives it that, I don't know if you're supposed to go this way or the other way. Shoot, I went two different directions. What is my problem? That looks better. You're supposed to like add these linings so that it kind of looks like a log. And what you can also do with these, with this recipe is, oh, that actually looks really nice. You can also add cranberries and rosemary and just like make it look, you know, kind of like this like woodland thingy. But right now, I think it really does look like a log. Isn't this a cute little log? I mean, I'm pretty messy with the chocolate, but I really like this. So I have a lot more chocolate left. Maybe I'll just cover this part that kind of came across. This is kind of like, you know, this is a fallen log in a forest. Let's say a forest in Germany, the Black Forest, which I went to myself, really beautiful location. And it's fallen down and it's starting to get mossy and there's like little lichens growing off of it. So in this recipe, you could also alternately put in little, whatchamacallit, you could make little meringue mushrooms. I opted not to do that because there was already a lot of work. But if y'all are curious, you can go ahead and make that. And now I think it's time for me to taste this delicious, well, we'll see. We'll taste this interesting little Christmas log. So let's go ahead and get this little piece here. Okay. So I think the chocolate ganache, I thought it was kind of warm, but it's actually, it's not really cold yet, but it's kind of lukewarm. But it's kind of cool. Wow, everyone. That texture of the Swiss roll is perfection. That is so soft, so creamy. It really did come out perfectly. And yeah, this came exactly as my expectations would have been, or, you know, expectations meaning reality. I would say the cream inside it is amazing. The sponge is amazing. I'm actually surprised by the ganache. The ganache is simply just cream and chocolate, and it tastes exactly like the vegan ganache I had, which doesn't even use cream. I think it uses coconut milk or coconut cream. And then it is, I'm gonna get another bit here. at this point I'm just eating for my own enjoyment. And it tastes exactly like that, but it's healthier. So I feel like maybe if there was something put in the chocolate ganache, like maybe some chili, like just a bit of heat, that would have been really amazing. Or just anything at all. I guess like hazelnuts would be good on top. I want to put some like nuts over here. But this is a really solid recipe. Absolutely delicious, y'all. Of all the things I've made this holiday season, next to my cookies, which I will say, my cookie recipe is bomb. I'll insert a link if y'all are curious, but this is amazing. I like this a lot. I think it's really good. Y'all should try this recipe if you have the time. Or I would say at least try and make the Swiss roll part. Maybe not the chocolate covering on top. That part is more optional. I think this is amazing, and I'm like trying to swallow everything. I want to thank you all for watching this episode. This was really fun for me. I really enjoyed it. Definitely feel free to check out our next upcoming Hennessy's Great Baking Show episodes for the next new year, and also my YouTube channel as well, where I regularly just do baking episodes. Not even every month, but just whenever I can. So thank you all again for enjoying this. I want to wish you happy holidays, and not just happy holidays, but happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Diwali, happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. Again, thank you so much for watching this. This was really fun, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.